George Foreman stood as a legendary heavyweight boxer, Olympic champion, and magnetic entrepreneur, celebrated for his raw power, resilience, and warm charisma. From his gritty Houston upbringing to his worldwide fame, Foreman's path fused determination, faith, and a knack for reinvention. He dominated the boxing world with thunderous knockouts, capturing the heavyweight title twice, including a historic comeback at 45. Beyond the ring, he became a cultural icon with his famous grill, revolutionizing health-conscious cooking and amassing immense wealth. Yet, his journey was cut painfully short, leaving behind a legacy of greatness, inspiration, and unshakable faith. In this video, we'll explore George Foreman's life and career, from his championship reigns to his lasting influence on sports and business. We'll also dive into his net worth, personal assets, and the vibrant lifestyle he built. Be sure to support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with friends, and subscribing for more incredible stories. About Foreman's early life and education. George Edward Foreman was born on January 10, 1949, in Marshall, Texas, to Nancy and Leroy Foreman. Raised in Houston's tough Fifth Ward after his mother remarried J.D. Foreman, he grew up with 6 siblings in a hardscrabble life. His father toiled on the railroads, while his mother stretched every dime at home. As a restless teen, Foreman dropped out of school at 15, roaming the streets and picking fights until the Job Corps gave him a lifeline. There, he earned a GED, learned a trade, and discovered boxing under coach Doc Broadus. That shift from trouble to focus set the stage for his remarkable ascent. About Foreman's personal life and death. Foreman's personal life centered on family and faith, spanning multiple marriages and a large brood. He wed Adrienne Calhoun from 1971 to 1974, Cynthia Lewis from 1977 to 1979, Sharon Goodson from 1981 to 1982, and Andrea Skeet from 1982 to 1985. In 1985, he married Mary Joan Martelli, staying with her until his death. They had 12 children, 5 sons and 7 daughters. His sons were George Jr., George III, Monk, George IV, Big Wheel, George V, Red, and George VI, Little Joey, all named George Edward Foreman to bind them as one. He once said, "If one of us goes up, we all go up together, and if one goes down, we all go down together." George III boxed and built businesses, while George IV placed 7th on American Grit's second season. His daughters included Natalia and Leola with Mary, plus Frida, Michi, and Georgetta from earlier ties. He adopted Isabella Brandy Lelia in 2009 and Courtney Isaac in 2012. Frida, a 5-to-1 pro boxer, retired in 2001 and passed in 2019 at 42 in an apparent suicide. Isabella blogged as Bella Nutella in Sweden since 2010. Foreman died on March 21, 2025, at 76 in a Houston hospital, leaving a legacy of love and loss. About Foreman's lifestyle, properties, vehicles, and net worth. Foreman's net worth hit $300 million by 2025, built from boxing earnings and his grill empire, over 100 million units sold, capped by a $137.5 million buyout in 1999. He owned a 45-acre estate in Huffman, Texas, with a mansion, gym, and horse stables, plus a California getaway. His vehicles matched his larger-than-life vibe, a 2025 Chevrolet Suburban, a massive SUV with a 5.3 LV8, 3 rows, and Bluetooth, a 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe, a sturdy SUV with a 5.3 LV8 and touchscreen, and a 2015 Chevrolet Impala, a solid sedan with a 3.6 LV6 and cozy interior. About Foreman's faith. Faith reshaped Foreman. After a near-death scare in 1977 following a fight, he embraced Christianity, quitting boxing for a decade to preach. He founded the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ in Houston, delivering sermons himself. Prayer fueled his comeback and business wins, striking a chord with fans who saw his heart. About Foreman's early boxing career. Foreman's boxing journey started in 1967 through the Job Corps. He clinched Olympic gold in 1968 in Mexico City at 19, waving the U.S. flag proudly. Going pro in 1969, he notched 37 wins, 34 by knockout, before seizing the heavyweight title from Joe Frazier in 1973 with a second-round TKO, earning his fearsome nickname, Big George. About Foreman's heavyweight reign and hiatus. In 1974, Foreman lost his title to Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle, undone by Ali's rope-a-dope. He bounced back, knocking out Ron Lyle in 1976, but retired in 1977 after losing to Jimmy Young, rattled by a spiritual awakening. He spent 10 years preaching and raising his family, stepping away until finances pulled him back. About Foreman's boxing comeback. Foreman returned in 1987 at 38, defying doubters. He won 24 fights in a row, then reclaimed the heavyweight title in 1994 at 45, flooring Michael Moorer to become the oldest champ ever. He retired in 1997 with a 76-5 record, 68 KOs, showing age was no match for his will. About Foreman's career expansion. After boxing, Foreman pitched the George Foreman Grill in 1994, turning it into a $200 million juggernaut by 2025. He called fights for HBO, grinned in commercials, and penned books, stretching his fame with wit and hustle beyond the ropes. About Foreman's awards and achievements. Foreman bagged Olympic gold in 1968, 2 heavyweight titles, 1973, 1994, and a 2003 Boxing Hall of Fame nod. The American Legion gave him the James V. Day Good Guy Award in 2013 for patriotism and service. His grill success was his knockout prize. About Foreman's public image. Foreman radiated as a gentle giant, ferocious in fights, friendly outside them. Fans loved his smile and grit, early critics faded as he won hearts. His grill ad softened his tough image, mixing strength with charm. About Foreman's influence and legacy. Foreman redefined boxing with his late-life comeback, inspiring fighters to push limits. His grill changed infomercials, and his faith-filled story touched lives, cementing a dual legacy in sports and pop culture. About Foreman's philanthropic work. Foreman gave back humbly, believing in second chances and lifting others. He funded the George Foreman Youth Center in Houston, providing mentorship, education, and a safe haven for at-risk youth. He also supported local charities, disaster relief efforts, and church initiatives, honoring his roots with action over flash. His generosity reflected the same fighting spirit he showed in the ring. About Foreman's advocacy and activism. Foreman championed youth fitness through his center, inspiring kids to stay active and dream big. He fought hunger with food drives, ensuring families in need had meals. His faith fueled his mission, supporting churches and outreach programs. Whether mentoring young boxers or uplifting Houston's struggling communities, his powerful voice carried weight beyond the ring. About Foreman's other ventures. Foreman ventured into television with Foreman Family Values, showcasing his life beyond boxing. He penned memoirs like By George, offering wisdom on resilience and reinvention. Expanding his brand, he explored grill-related products and fitness gear, capitalizing on his name. His business acumen transformed him into a household name, proving he could succeed far beyond the squared circle. About Foreman's controversies and challenges. Foreman hit rough patches, early overspending drained funds, and his fierce 70s image clashed with his later warmth. Skeptics scoffed at his comeback, age was the rival he crushed. About Foreman's writings. Foreman wrote By George, 1995, On His Journey and God in My Corner, 2007, On Faith. They weren't literary hits but added to his $300 million net worth and shared his soul. About Foreman's persona. Foreman shone as a showman, big frame, bigger smile, preacher's spirit. His ring fury flipped to folksy charm, winning fans who saw depth beyond the gloves. About Foreman's family dynamics. Mary anchored Foreman's life, raising their kids through his busy years. He named all sons George for unity, coached their sports, and tied it to his tough start. Thanks for watching. If you loved this deep dive into George Foreman, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it with your crew, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content.